Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Eve. This is Everyday Artist, and welcome. It is my Flosstube number 89, I think. I'm not positive. It'll be in the title. And it is June 6th, 6/6. This is Rogue, who is being very naughty right now because the neighbors, decided to leave their house. Apparently this is not allowed. Naughty. On this channel, we talk about cross stitch and sometimes quilting, sewing and things. And today it's going to be mostly cross stitch, and you need to go away if you're going to bark. So I did work some on my quilting. It's right here in a mess. I'll talk to you about it in a second. But it has been a long week. We did a barbecue on Monday. I used to barbecue all the time, and I do not have the barbecue mojo anymore. And I mean, I taught my son how to barbecue, which he still does very well. He just doesn't like to do it. And I used to love doing it, and now it's just, are these done yet? So, but they were good, and we had fun. We had family over. My niece, she's leaving tomorrow. She came in a week ago, Tuesday, maybe, from college. She's leaving tomorrow, going back to Boston. She has a whole bunch of stuff to do. She's a very busy girl. So she was here, and yeah. And then for a variety of reasons, I was not wanting to cross stitch. To quilt. It's difficult when you want to something else is on your mind, and you can't get into it. Tried a couple of times, didn't even take out my sewing machine until a couple days ago. And then it doesn't help that it is extraordinarily hot in this room right here where I'm filming. I'm filming early in the morning, so it's not as bad today. But where I sew, so if it's getting to be later in the day, and by later in the day I mean after 12 o'clock, it's really hot in here. I have a fan going when I'm doing that, but for some reason the air conditioning just doesn't come in this room. Anyway, I'm going to start with the only quilting that I did, and then we'll go on from there. Okay. This, I finished quilting it. I finished trimming it. Wait. I finished trimming it, but I have not done the border. What is that called? Binding. I have the binding cut. I have it ironed, put together, ironed. I have it ready to go. And it was just so hot in here. And this is flannel. I didn't want it on me. So maybe tomorrow morning. I don't know if my schedule allows it. The schedule has been absolutely crazy. As a matter of fact, I'm filming earlier today because there are appointments this afternoon. So, what do I want to talk about first with my cross stitch? I am going to do, I have everything still in its project bag, so there's going to be some noise. Fancy project bags. I have other project bags, but other stuff is in those. This is Stitching with the Housewives, Daisy May. And I had to put it in timeout, so ignore these. This is just getting them out of my way so I could work on it. This is how far I've gotten. So I had even stitched the eye and had the other ear going up here, and I went, okay, that is not hitting where it's supposed to. And when I counted this, I counted the pattern, I counted how many stitches I had, I looked at the pattern, I looked at my stitches, I looked at the pattern, and it was wrong still. Still, it was 1 stitch too short. So that made this not go in where it was supposed to, and I almost left it. Because it would just be shorter ears, really. Maybe. I don't know what would happen. Because then she is low, not as low down on the thing. I didn't know what else was going to happen from that, and I was at a stage where I could take it back out. So I did. So I would have been much further along with this, except I didn't completely unstitch everything. I just snipped it where I needed to and did that instead, because there's no point in redoing stuff that's fine. It's just it needed to be longer. So this is the only thing that's not involved in one of the other things that I'm doing, like CrossStitch Camp, etc., etc. I'm just doing this just because. But I will keep working on it as I can. I find that I'm kind of overwhelming myself with it a little bit. So, as you know, with WhipGo, I'm going to bring up my WhipGo board. I couldn't remember what it was I had done. So Halloween Gnomes was the one I left out last time. So I have almost half of what's been called finished. And that's not bad considering a lot of those are quilts. But also, besides this, I started CrossStitch Camp. But last month, as you recall, my own designs was there. And that is was the Scarecrow one. This thing has been harder and harder to unzip. I think it's little threads that are getting in there. I finished the red and started on the blue. So I'm really liking how that came out. I don't want to put it away. I want to keep working on it, but it won't be as much because I have a lot of stitching to do. I chose to start on the spring bookmarks. The two that were called were my spring bookmarks. Sorry about the zipping. My spring bookmarks and I just realized I didn't bring the picture with the spring bookmarks. I'll try to insert a picture here. I'm working on the center one with daffodils. And this is how far I've gotten. Now, again, I don't know what I did. There's some miscounting in here somewhere. This yellow is like 4 different yellows. And I don't know which one I miscounted, but this one petal was not ending up in the right place. So I'm fudging it now because I can't figure out where it's wrong, and I'm not going to go. I've restitched this petal now 3 times, and I'm just going to work with it however it turns out. So that's my progress. So there is maybe 3 more flowers, 4 more flowers up here and down here, but this is the center. And I did another one. I know this piece of fabric should be the right size because the way I finished it is just with interfacing on the back, and then I fringed the fabric so it could go pretty close to the edge. I think I'm going to finish this one the same way. I like the way the yellow is popping on that purple. I think it's really pretty. And then the white will also look really bright on there. So, and the blue looks good on it too. So I'm real happy with the colors. But there's a lot of colors for very few flowers for a small project. So hopefully I won't get as lost. And I think there's one more daffodil, and then there's white flowers. I don't know what they are. They're not daisies. I don't know what they are. I like flowers, but I don't know what they're called. When I look at them, certain flowers, yeah, I know, a tulip, the daffodils, daisies. But I don't know the names of all the flowers. I like to look at them, but I don't know what they are. And then here's another fancy project bag. This is my CrossStitch Camp piece. Sorry about the crinkling, but I was like, I don't want to mix it with that one, and I want to mix it with that one. And I was going to make myself a bag just for CrossStitch Camp. Yeah, I told you about coming in this room and sewing, right? It was all I could do to do what I need to do. I did cut out some bags, but they're just the kind that I put on my Etsy shop. I have in mind a different sort of bag I want to start making. But I have to keep I know what I want to do. I'm just not sure. Anyway, I'm working on this top one right here. And this is my progress so far. I started this on June 1st. I'm trying to do quite a bit on this. But you see the white? Probably not, right? I like the way the colors look on this fabric. And once I saw the reds and the blues on here, I was like, yeah, I really like the way it looks on there. But that white, and they're the little stars. So they don't show up. So, I mean, if they were big, I would outline them with something, but they're not. So, I mean, they show up, kind of. I was thinking about adding, like a Krynic or something to them. to make them just catch the light a little bit more. I don't know. Then I thought I could do a blended thread, you know, like a very light something with the white to just make them show up better on the fabric. So what I'm going to do is over here I'm going to stitch some white with different things and see which shows up better, because I really like the pattern. You know, with this I thought, well, I could just do a back stitch around the outside, but the stars don't show up, and I want them to show up as white, not as some other color. So, oh, not sure. So, that's a problem. I really like this design. I really like the way it looks on this. I bought another color that is similar to the color that she used. It's a brown that's a little darker than this. But her white really pops on that. Another option is I could stitch it with 3 threads instead of 2. Maybe that would make it show up. Thoughts? This is a really short video. That's everything I've been working on. All of it. I don't have any other stuff I've been doing. As I said, I wasn't able to do any of the quilting and stuff that I had planned. I was able to do it. I just chose not to. My father has had a lot of trouble breathing this past week, and so I wanted to just take my time, be there, you know, with him. We've been watching a lot of movies and stuff, just sitting there, and then there's been appointments. And, sorry, an email popped into the thing and I automatically read it. What was I saying? Oh, so I've also been struggling with, I didn't bring my, I do have another project. I'll be right back. My dad finished breakfast, so my dog decided to join me again. I did work on my berry sal. I put the autumn on order from the attic. They haven't called me yet, but you know, I still am in the middle of the second one, so I'm not worried about them not calling me yet. Stop. So I'm not that much further than I was before. I'm really struggling to see the holes. Having a lot of trouble, and my eyes get tired very fast. So even on the 14 count, stop it. Stop. There's nothing out there. Stop. even on the 14 count, I am struggling to see. My eyes get tired really fast, and so I keep putting it down. This isn't a job, it's a hobby, and I want it to be enjoyable. And if I'm struggling, like with this, to see the holes, you know, fortunately I have an eye appointment soon, and hopefully get back on track and be able to see, because I was doing very well. So I didn't want to just keep poking at it and making all kinds of mistakes that I would be able to see later. So that's it. Not a whole lot of progress on anything, but a little bit of progress on everything, right? So I think if I focus on just one thing, you know, and just do one, I would probably get them done. Like if I focused on Daisy May instead of doing all those other things. But I want to do all the other things too. So, a little progress on a lot. My dog wants to bark some more. So, thank you. And I will see you again next week. I'm sure I'm forgetting more things, but that's all for now. And you all have a great week. I hope you had a wonderful Memorial Day, and I will see you again next Monday.